Alright gang, welcome back to our Broke to Billionaire Challenge in Ohio Richlands. It is still May. We're going to be working through May again here. We've got to get this field all harvested up. I'm putting down straw on the ground even though we don't necessarily need it. I'm going to try to turn that into silage because we haven't done that in a bit, so we're going to do that. And then we'll probably see where we're at, probably re-drill this field as long as we have the time to do so, and go from there. But hopefully you're all doing well. Brand new series coming out tomorrow, actually. So make sure you check that out. It's replacing the 200 horsepower challenge. I'm pretty excited for it. It's going to push my knowledge and limits, I think, a little bit. I'm going to be doing a few things that I've never done before. It's a step series, and what I mean by that is there are 3 separate steps that have to be completed. So you have to complete step 1, and then once you're done with that, you can go to stage 2, stage 3, etc. So it'll be fun. Be interesting. We'll see how we do. But make sure you check that out tomorrow. It's I think we got off to a decent start. I wouldn't say an issue at the end, but didn't really get to where I wanted to be because I kind of forgot about something else I had to pay for at the end. No more spoilers than that. But we're starting out okay. We're okay so far, I think. I hope. This series, we're going to continue on here for quite a while. We are nowhere near where we need to be at. We are starting to collect a lot of crop in the actual silos, though, so that's good. When the time comes to sell all this, I'm hoping it's going to be the best to sell it. We do probably need to spend a little bit more money, maybe doing some other productions for some of this. Probably make a little bit more money in the long run, but we'll see. We'll see how this winter goes, I suppose. But this series, like I've mentioned a number of times, is going to be going probably the distance until FS22 comes out. The only way it doesn't is if, for whatever reason, we end another series, which likely would be the Frugal Millionaire Challenge. We'll end that series, but I had mentioned that I would probably have another series that would be in place of it, but I mean, we'll have to see how things go. My goal is to have one. It may be a shorter series, the one that I have in place of it. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm slightly concerned with the new series, which I'm not going to spoil it any more than that, but there is something you have to accomplish, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get it done before FS25. So I hope I can, but well, I guess we'll find out, right? That's where the challenge comes into play. Now, we have tons of straw, so we have 2 silos full of straw, and we still have that loading wagon full of straw. So straw is not going to be something we're really going to be needing for quite a while here. Unless we start getting, cows, right? If we start getting cows, then maybe, but until we get cows, we're really not going to need the straw for quite a while. So that's the reason why I'm saying we're going to take the approach of turning this into silage bales. Now, doing silage bales is slow. It takes a long time. So we'll see how we get on today, and then we'll see where we're at as far as doing those silage bales. It may end up being something where we have to wait another episode to do it. Now, in the following episode, we will likely be jumping to June at that point. I believe June is the best time to sell soybeans, and I believe our soybean field over there, kind of in the distance there, will be ready to harvest, I believe, in June. I think I might have already mentioned that previously, but I believe that is the case. Now, I have the John Deere down here with the drill. I left it here because we're going to need it, probably pretty soon here to re-drill this field. If it's not, this episode, like I said, it'll be the next one. We do got to get all this straw up off the ground here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do the entire field dropping straw either. I may switch that up a little bit too and not drop straw for the entire field because, I mean, the silage bales are great, but it takes a long time to do it. Now, we do have the front windrower, which definitely helps speed it up, but I mean, it can only do so much, right? What we might end up doing now that we have this John Deere and it has so much horsepower is we might end up upgrading that windrower, that front windrower, and put it on the front of the John Deere and put the baler on the back of it. means we're utilizing the John Deere for a lot of stuff, but the John Deere doesn't necessarily have to be utilized for that drill. We can use we can use the case or something else for that drill. So we'll see how it goes. But if I can expand the width of that and we can put it on the front of the John Deere there, I think that would help out tremendously as well as far as our time management goes. Well, yeah, things are going well. Now, the other issues we have to kind of keep in mind here is we have cotton back here. It's not going to be ready for a couple more months, but we are going to have to get a harvester for that cotton, right? Now, I suspect we'll have enough once we sell the soybeans and everything. I think we'll have enough to harvest it, but if we don't, it'll be sitting back there for a little while until we get enough to harvest it. Now, my goal with the cotton back there is we're going to not just sell the cotton upright, or directly, I should say. We probably will utilize maybe Grandma's house again. There I am, not paying attention again. Grandma's house is a production which we can turn cotton into clothes, and it is a relatively fast production. One of the faster ones, I would say. Almost slightly unrealistic, maybe, but not really. But we'll probably utilize that one, because that'll speed up our process of getting clothes faster, and clothes are going to be a big money maker for us. We're going to make a lot of money off of clothes. Now, the reason why I'm going with the silage bale route is because I can turn those, I can put those silage bales, excuse me, into our BGA there, and the silage gives us a lot more money than the straw does. The straw is very little, and that BGA is a slow-moving process. Ideally, we need another BGA, but we don't have the money for that. At least not right now. And we won't in this episode, because we're not going to be making any money in this episode. It's just going to be doing the stuff we have to get done, right? Harvesting, making bales, all that stuff, right? We're just doing the prerequisite stuff that we have to do before we can do something else with it. Now, one other thing we could potentially look at, I think I actually have it on selling, if I remember correctly. I think I still have it on selling. I could be wrong. I do have it on selling. So we're selling the honey. But you can see here, the silage turns into 1,145 electric and 445 digestate, where the straw just gives us 95 electricity and 31 digestate. So there's, you know, pretty obvious there that we're not making as much as we should be making off of that, right? So, yeah. There's no way that's empty. I don't know what the problem is. They've made some update. I've talked about this. And if you jump away from the harvester now, it will not unload into the truck. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. See? Turned it off again. I did not turn off the harvester. It turns it off automatically. That is annoying. I hate that. So what we're going to do here, gang, is we're going to go around the headland here again a second time, like we always do, right? We're going to hit the headlands, and then we'll probably put it on a worker for a little while. I'll go grab the John Deere off the drill there, go get the baler, go get the front windrower, try to potentially upgrade it if we can, if we have the money. I don't even know if we have the money to do it. And then see if we can, you know, pick up this straw at a wider width, and maybe speed up the process here of turning silage bales in. And if we can do that, we may end up having the worker just do the whole thing with the drop of the straw. If we can't, then like I said, eventually, I don't know, probably half-ish way through, somewhere around there, we'll take back over the worker, turn off the straw drop, and then just turn on the spread. Something like that. I think that's the best approach, right? Now, I've talked about it for a while. We still haven't done it, mostly because we don't have the money, and we've been doing other things that we need to utilize the money for. We haven't really started our little bee manufactured line of bees going down this road. Remember I said I was going to put bees all the way down there? We really haven't done that yet. But we really haven't had the money to do so. What I may end up start looking to do as well with one of those productions is see if there's anything out there we can find in regard to honey that could make us a little bit more money than just selling the honey upright, straight. I probably should turn it off, actually, because I do know honey fluctuates pretty frequently. Let's look and see what the honey looks like now. We had it on selling because it was decent. It wasn't bad. We are in May now, so yeah, it's starting to drop severely here, so we should turn it off. I mean, it's only $500 of fluctuation, so it's really not that bad, but man, we'll keep it for the rest of May. Maybe we'll flip it off in June. Potentially. So this is a little bit against the grain here, but I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit. So we're going to go back this pass and then come back down again and finish our second headland pass. Just kind of square it off a little bit more for the worker to make it easier on the worker when the time comes. Guess I can turn the map off. Don't really need that on anymore. Yeah. So the next, like I've mentioned, next couple episodes here may be a little bit less exciting than maybe the rest of the series has been, because we're just going to be harvesting and collecting and saving. We won't be selling anything until June. And then June we're only going to be selling the soybeans, right? Everything else is still going to be sitting there collecting until winter months. So, but that's okay. That's what we have to do at this point. I mean, I've probably started a little bit too late to get to this billionaire amount, but I wanted to make sure we had plenty of fields, and I feel like at this point we probably do have plenty of fields. We still have that wood field that we can turn into a small crop field at some point. We have wood on there still to take out and get rid of. So we got to do that at some point, but that really is, again, another winter thing. Winter seems to be the best for most of this stuff, at least selling it, right? So we'll have to kind of play it by ear on that one, but we really should be chopping all of that up with the tree devour in the winter months if we want to make a lot of money. Now, what I could do is put in you know, some kind of wood chip production. We do have something like that already in our Frugal Millionaire Challenge, though, so I've mentioned it many times. I'll mention it again. I don't really love putting the same exact production down when I have another series running that has that exact same production, right? If it's after a series is over and I add it into another one, then that's one thing, but I tried my best to keep each of the series a little bit fresh and not have as much as I can utilizing the same equipment or productions, but sometimes there's just no way around it, unfortunately. But I think that one we can wait. I think we can wait on. I think we can find something else potentially for the wood chips if the time comes when we don't have a whole lot to do between now and the winter months. I don't suspect that we will, but you know, if it is, it is, right? Now, with the modification we made, which I said we're going to be a little more lenient on this series. The series is generally lenient as far as, you know, auto loads, things like that. But we're doing obviously multiple episodes per month now on this series as well, because it's gotten far enough along. We're also going to implement being able to skip months if we need to. So if we've got a situation where we don't have a whole lot going on and we're just waiting on crops to be ready, we can certainly skip months. So I think that's fine. Once you get further along in the series, I think it's fine to implement those kind of rules and additions or restrictions in some cases, I suppose, right? I think it's fine to do that, though. It you know, just makes everything easier, makes your life easier, makes your ability to create content easier as well. So let's throw this on a worker. I've talked a lot there for a minute. Let's get into the John Deere. Actually, you know what? Let's unload this if there is anything that can be unloaded. Not really. Let's get in the John Deere here. Let's go get the front one rower. Throw it on the front of here. Let's see if we can expand it or not. I I suspect the money is going to be the biggest problem there, but let's see if we can expand it or not. Then we'll grab the baler, and we'll start baling some of this stuff up. We'll get it going. Okay, so it can be done, and I think it would be extremely useful for us to do so. But we need 37,000. We have 36,000 at current. So utilizing the worker has obviously dropped us down below that. A couple things we can do, though, in the process to work. Well, I'm sure I'm going to set this off over here. It's not going to be able to go underneath that. A couple things we can do in the process, though, between now and then, is we could sell a few things, right? A little bit of a loss of profit, but we can still sell them nonetheless. More specifically, that mower. We know we want to upgrade the mower. We know we're going to upgrade the mower. That mower is clearly not big enough anymore, so we could sell that. That would help. I think that might be the only thing really we can sell. Well, we can sell some of the crop, I suppose. I guess we could sell some of the straw. I don't know how much straw is worth. I don't think it's worth anything, if I remember correctly. It's basically not even worth selling. Yeah, it's not much at all. But we could sell that. There is that option, right? Yeah. I think we have some eggs already as well, but I don't think eggs are really the best, and there's not many there for as far as the eggs go either. Actually, they're not bad. It's jumping up. It's not as high as it could be, though. But it's not bad. It's really not bad. I don't know how many eggs we have over there. Let me go look and see how many eggs we have over there. Yeah, I don't really think there's enough eggs over there to make it worth it right now. So we'll probably pass on that for right now. Now, we can upgrade the front windrower to the smaller amount, but realistically, if we're going to upgrade it, we might as well go for the big one, right? Why waste money twice? That's where my opinion is, my thought is, I guess. I don't know. So maybe we'll sell some of that straw, though, to get there. I think the biggest problem with that, though, is that we may utilize all of that money up, and then, well, we won't have enough money for the worker to continue doing this, and then we'd have to do this, which is fine, but time-wise, it's not really the smartest play, right? Move this back over here. So the other thing we can do is jump over here, grab these silage bales, which we had sitting here on purpose, just to kind of wait whenever we absolutely needed them, right? When we really needed them. If we throw these in here now, we should make a few bucks. When 1400 hits. 2 o'clock, right? Now, the digestate we have in here, we need to figure out something for that digestate. I think what I'm going to end up utilizing is the same thing we utilized in the 200 horsepower challenge, because that is now over. The last episode was last Thursday, so if you haven't watched that, like I said, check that out, because the new series comes out tomorrow. Which is not in regard to 200 horsepower. It's a completely different type of series. So, yeah, there's 30,000 liters of silage in there, so we should start making good money off of that, hopefully. I don't know if it'll be enough to really get us there, but hopefully so. So I think for now, we're just going to have to suffer with the width of the front windrower here. I don't think there's a whole lot we can do. So, yeah, we're going to get going on this. I think the biggest problem here is that we probably need a little bit more harvested before we really start utilizing this, but we'll go at it. We'll see what happens. I think 2 rows is probably all we're going to be able to get out of this, if we're lucky. The nice thing is this tractor has so much power that we're just gonna breeze through this, whereas before, it's not that we were going slow, but we weren't going as fast as this is. Not even close. The biggest problem with this this baler is that it doesn't really have a big width, right? So you've got to hit it perfectly, or you're going to miss portions, especially on the corners. You're definitely going to miss portions. That's just a fact of life. Let me move this out of the way. I don't really know where I'm going to put it, but let me move this out of the way because we're going to need it gone to be able to continue what we're doing. I guess I'll just put it across the road there for now. Ooh, that's a big ditch there. I did not see that. Oh boy. I thought it was just like the rest of the ditch. That was that's where the actual drain pipe is. It makes sense, but dang, it was a lot. Ooh, I would real life that tractor would be done. It'd be toast. It would need all kinds of work on the front end to fix that. So yeah, gang, let's get into this. Let's get into the groove here. We'll get all this done, and we'll see where we're at. We'll see how many bales we got, and we'll see how things are going. This isn't going as bad as I thought. It was going a little bit faster than I expected it to, so I think we might run it for a little bit longer than I had initially told you. I think I'll let the worker go for a little bit longer. Let's get this going. Alright, gang, so we're nearly done here with the field. I've got a few more passes here I need to make. I've put something new down. You can probably see it from here. We have utilized this previously. I think we utilized it on the very first... actually, I know for a fact it was. It was the very first campaign map playthrough that we started doing. We put this down, and basically what this is going to do is allow us to put straw in here, and it'll turn it into manure, I think, right? So... the reason why we're doing this is because we'll be able to speed up. It's taken so long. That straw is just taking way too long. So this will allow us to speed up that process, and we can put something else into the BGA that will make us more money. So that's the reason for it, gang. That's what we're doing. And I just kind of put it with the rest of the silos here. It's an old silo, but I think it works well. So we can turn it into manure right there. Boom. Perfect. So we'll turn that on. And we just got to put straw into it. So, while the worker continues doing this, looks like he's done. I'm going to back him up for a minute. We'll get him unloaded here. And I think what we're going to do for a good portion of this is we're going to let the worker do the rest of this on the ground here. We will see how much straw we can put into that and turn it into manure. We'll see how much it can hold. Because we've got 2 silos full of straw, and I would like to get rid of those silos full of straw, honestly. They're fine. I don't have a problem keeping them there, but they look a little bit out of place. They're too small. And they're really unrealistic, which is fine in this series, but the only reason we have them there is because we have so much straw and we can't get rid of it fast enough. So, I'm going to let him do that thing. Hopefully it won't stop unloading there. Let's take the rest of this. Let's load this thing up, if we can load it up here. Alright, it's full. Now, I don't know how much of this it'll actually accept, but we're going to attempt it and see what happens. And I hope that we're going to be able to get this going a little bit faster than what we had been. Alright, well, it's full. It holds 99,000 liters. That's not bad. I think we can distribute this, I think. And if I turn manure on here, it should start sending it over there once it makes it. Every hour, right? So we'll keep an eye on it. If it doesn't, then we'll just have to carry it ourselves. That's fine, but... yeah, I mean, it accepts a decent amount, so... this way we can hopefully get rid of some of this straw at a faster clip here. And hopefully we make a lot more money because of it too, right? So let me get this back over here where it's at, get it back set up. And if for whatever reason it won't distribute it, which it should, but if for whatever reason it doesn't and it won't, we'll literally just come over here and get a trailer and load it up with the trailer and take it over here. Now, it didn't cost a whole lot to put that down. I think it was about $10,000. So it did take a little bit of money, but I think we'll make that $10,000 back very quickly going this process. All right. Let's see here. It didn't turn off this time. I don't understand. I don't understand. Sometimes it turns off, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense to me. None of that makes any sense. Alright, back on a worker. Alright, all of this is done. Let's move this out of the way, and then we can start making bales again. So we'll do a bit of a jump cut here. We did a pretty long time-lapse there. I don't want to do another time-lapse just of doing this, because you saw this a lot already. So we'll do a bit of a jump cut here. We'll get the rest of this done, let the worker get the rest of that done, get all this picked up, put it into bales. And then we can pick the rest of these bales up with the Autoload trailer. We put some of them over there already. They obviously are not going to be silage for quite a while. At least an episode or two, probably 2. But they're there for now, and I don't think the rest of them will be able to sit where I set those at. I think they'll be kind of in the way for driving past, but That's okay. We can sell some of this silage, like I said, you know, when it's ready to go. We don't have to keep it all and put it into the BGA, because I think we're going to have too much of it. But we can sell some of it, and that way we'll get a little bit of money back right off the bat. But realistically, moving forward, there's no reason for us not to just fill up the BGA and whatever that thing is called, the old, I don't remember what it's called, French something, whatever that is, French Dove coat or something like that, whatever it is. Well, until we get those, when they're maxed out, there's no reason for us to pick up any more straw off the ground. We should just turn it into silage. That way we can either sell it or we can put it into the BGA as silage, right? So that's what we'll do. Little jump cut here, gang. We'll get it done. Be back with you guys when it's all done. Alright, the worker's almost done here, gang. Well, the worker is done, rather. We're almost done, I should say. Let me move this worker out of the way here. So what we might end up doing here, gang, just to save a little bit of time, is start doing the drilling here once we pick up all the actual bales. And there's a lot of just bits of straw laying around. I don't necessarily know if we're going to get to all of it or not, but that's okay. But we may just kind of start the drilling here in the process of doing that, and then do a lot of that off camera here, so that way I don't have to jump, you know, I don't have to utilize doing some of that in the next month. Save us a little bit of time, get a little bit more accomplished, and get us a little bit closer to our end goal here, right? Oh, it's freaking full. Dummy. Come on, Z, get it together, buddy. Let's get over here and get this unloaded. And then we'll put this into the silos. And I'm hoping when it hits 16 that we'll have some manure going into the BGA as well. Nearly full here. There it goes. So we'll go start the process here of dumping this into the silo. And we'll get the rest of that field cleaned up. And then we'll begin the drilling, and we'll see where we're at as far as the time goes on the video itself. And make the decision on how far we're going to drill before we cut it off. Alright, the field is all picked up. We're just going to start drilling it now. I got a decent amount more off the ground than I had initially anticipated. There's still a lot there, but it's less than what I initially thought there was going to be there. So not too bad, not too bad. Now these are just going to stay on the trailer over here. Like I said, there's enough over there, I think, that we'll leave it be for now. These will just stay right there. I'm going to leave that tractor there for right now. Alright, let's get this going. What are we going to put in here? You know what? Let's put soybeans in there. We don't have a whole lot of soybeans left after we drill this field. Let me show you. This is our soybean field here, which, like I said, I think will be ready next episode. But after that, we really don't have a whole lot of soybeans left. Everything was mostly canola. So yeah, let's put soybeans in there. And we'll get going here. So I think what we're going to do is go around the headland here once or twice, and then we'll throw it on a worker, and then likely we'll let the worker do the rest of the job there, and we'll kind of, you know, go from there. We're going to need to spray this field as well. I probably will save spraying it to the next episode, honestly. It doesn't have to be sprayed this episode, so we can wait till the next episode and spray it. So I think that's kind of the plan here, at least for now. That's where we're going to go with. It's been a very successful day. We got a lot of oat out of the ground here. I will show you the full total amount here in just a second. And we got another production, right, to try to help speed things along as far as the BGA goes. So very productive indeed. Alright. So I won't put another time-lapse in, because the time-lapse we did was a very long time-lapse. I've been doing those a lot lately, and that's just because of the size of the series, right? All the series are all getting up there as far as the amount well, I guess the campaign one, since we just started technically on the map. Well, we didn't just start. We're 7 episodes in now. They're all relatively large, though, right? So the campaign map, we're utilizing big equipment, big fields. So everything right now, except for the series that, like I said, and I've alluded to, is starting tomorrow, everything is relatively large as far as the fields go and the things that have to be done and accomplished. So it's just the way it is, nature of the beast, right? Not a whole lot I can do. Got to do what we can do within our means, within our realm. But it's almost ready to hit 16. I don't know how much, if any, of that manure will flip over or not. There hasn't been a whole lot that's gone through, so I think it does take a little bit of time to go through the manure as well from straw, but it's going to speed it up. One way or another, it'll speed it up, so better than the alternative, which what we had was just sitting there and unloading the straw, and we had so much straw it was going to take forever. Now, I just got to remember not to put those silage bales in the BGA for a while, because they're not silage bales at current. They're just bales of straw right now. So 16 just hit. Let's see if anything flipped over or not. I don't think it would. Oh yeah, some came over. 561 liters. Okay, so it's working. We're good then. We're going to be making more money now. At a faster pace. Let me realign that. That was not a very good turn there, Z. Alright. We're on our way here. So yeah, we're going to go around the headland here, and then I'll throw down a worker, and I guess, at this point, I guess we can just leave the episode there, gang. So I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button if you're new. It is free. It helps me a ton. Make sure you check out the new series tomorrow. Like I said, I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully you will enjoy it as well. Check my other channel out if you haven't done so already. Link is down below in the description. Doing a lot of different playthroughs on that one at current. So if you like other games besides Farming Simulator, check that one out. But, yeah, with that, we'll leave it there. And until next time, I'll catch each and every single one of you in the next episode.